Okay, let's begin. She feels marginalized in her new position. Well, if you know the meaning of the word margin, you're probably pretty good here. So margin means side. Correct answer is going to be she feels sidelined, like she's not important. Number 2, I am estranged from my family. For this one, usually if you guess, that's a bad strategy. But here, if you just look at the word stranger, you have a pretty good idea of what estranged from means, and the best answer is going to be distant to. The phenomenon is enigmatic. And again, the root word here is going to be enigma, from like World War II, the German Enigma machine. The whole point of it was to cloak their messages, make their messages mysterious. So the best answer here, it's certainly not well known. Conspicuous means noticeable. Established, kind of off topic. Egregious means very bad. So the best answer is going to be confounding. The organization has been stigmatized. And again, if you know the root word stigma or stigmata, right, you can probably find the meaning of this. It's to mark somebody like with shame, or to kind of push somebody away, or kind of mark them as being worthless or not worth anything. So the best answer here is going to be denounced. For number 5, I'm sure we've all heard the term invasive species. And an invasive species is one that kind of enters into a territory, spreads rapidly, and kills a bunch of the native flora and fauna. So the best answer here is going to be causing harm. In the classroom, the teacher is lax. Is the teacher cool? Maybe, but that's not the definition of lax. Correct answer is lenient, which basically means not strict. He was lauded for his decision. This is the verb form. You often see it in the adjective form, like laudable. And if I laud you, what I'm doing is I'm praising you. So that's the best answer. He has an impertinent manner. Now this one here, you have to be kind of careful because it actually has 2 meanings. If you look at the word pertinent, what that means is relevant. So it's a very good assumption to think that impertinent only means not relevant, which it can in some cases. But on the GRE, they like to use this word in the meaning of you're being rude or you're being insolent. So the best answer is going to be undiplomatic right there. That is a frivolous matter. Is it an important matter? Is it not important? Is it crazy? Is it ridiculous? Well, it's not important. Like don't talk to me about this. It's frivolous. It's not important. He is a man of fanciful notions. So if I describe somebody like that, would you think these ideas are realistic or not realistic? They're going to be kind of quixotic and idealistic. The best answer is far-fetched. The firm was irresolute. What I recommend here is look at the root word, resolute, or maybe resolve, like as a noun. Somebody who has resolve or somebody who is resolute is very firm in their decision, very steadfast, very stalwart. So the opposite of that is going to be hesitant. And I just put in this firm thing as a joke because I thought it was funny. The firm was firm. Remember, firm here means organization. And then firm here would be like the opposite of what I'm looking for. This kind of means like stalwart. The figure is discernible. Again, just look at the root word. Discern. To discern something is to notice it. So the best answer here is going to be perceptible. The population is heterogeneous. So here, there's a couple of things you can do here. You can look at the root word, hetero. Think of like heterosexual. You can think about the opposite, like homo, sapien. What does homo mean here? What does hetero mean here? Hetero means kind of a variety. Homo means one, or, kind of singular. So the best answer here is going to be not uniform. That's the opposite of what I want. Best answer is diverse. Frank is zealous about his proposal. Have you ever heard someone be called a zealot? Right? A zealot is kind of like a crazy person. Very extreme about something. So the best answer here is going to be passionate for. Intrigued by and attracted to are too weak. These words are too weak. Her imperious approach dissatisfied many. Someone who is imperious is kind of assuming authority even though they don't deserve it. So the best answer here is going to be high-handed. Another synonym might be something like commanding or like a drill sergeant. They were weary. Well, they were tired. So they weren't worried. They weren't surprised. They weren't like kind of upset. Cultivated makes no sense. Correct answer is they were enervated. They were tired. They had no energy. What's the remedy? This one, I would be surprised if a lot of people get this wrong. What's the cure? That's it, right? I tend to be aloof at parties. A person who is aloof is distant. They don't want to talk to anybody, antisocial. So the best answer here is going to be avoidant. Garrulous and unreserved kind of have the same meaning in this context, which means you can eliminate both. The ideas in this book are conventional. Basically, these ideas are not new. Best answer is unoriginal. The animal can be best described as plodding. A plodding animal, I always like to think like the three-toed sloth. Have you ever seen YouTube videos of this guy? He is so slow. So the best answer here is going to be lumbering, which is a synonym for slow. The policies are being undermined. Are they being modified? Are they being thought about? Are they being put in place? Are they being kind of coalesced? Best answer is they're being subverted, which means they are being weakened. It is a diminutive creature. Well, this is a small creature. I'll tell you this, the first time I ever heard this word, it was describing Napoleon. You know, they always said Napoleon was a man of diminutive stature. And the funny thing is he wasn't. He was like average height, but I think the British and their propaganda portrayed him as being short or small or something to kind of minimize his accomplishments. Most found the play last night prosaic. Well, that means they were kind of bored, didn't really enjoy it. Keep in mind this word here is a very good trap answer. It doesn't mean dull. It actually means funny. So be careful with that one. The party was clearly extravagant. Again, another trap answer. On the GRE, extravagant always means wasteful. It doesn't mean like great or anything like that. So the best answer is going to be profligate, which is a synonym for wasteful. Rahul despises clangor. Well, what does he hate? Does he hate crowded areas, dumb people? Now, he hates too much noise. He doesn't like having noisy neighbors. These barn animals are restive. A very good GRE trap word here, because you might think it deals with rest or sleepiness, but it's actually the opposite. So you can cross out exhausted. The correct answer is unruly, like they're kind of wild and they're hard to be controlled and they're kind of anxious. She was utterly amazed. She was wholly amazed. She was 100% amazed. Ryotaro's panache cannot be ignored. Is it his fallibility? He makes mistakes. His honesty? His attention to detail? His style? Correct answer is his style, his flamboyance. That idea was debunked ages ago. It was invalidated. And finally, plant life here is sporadic. That means it's like here, 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 not much. So the best answer is going to be patchy. Hopefully that was enjoyable, guys. Remember, one of these comes out every week, 30 new words. If you have any questions, you can shoot me an email at gregmatttesting@gmail.com. I kind of like this song, actually.